Welcome back, traders, to another trade recap. I'm your host, Johnny, and if you missed this morning's live day trading session where you got to see me take this trade and lock in profits on the live stream, then definitely go watch that live stream right after this video. Now, a quick recap on this video here today. SQQQ was the company we traded as we did identify QQQ this morning selling off, and we did identify this because of that rapid sell-off from yesterday from 513 all the way down to 493, and it could not get above that $500 level. By understanding that, we were actually able to trade this down to lows of 487. And how were we able to do that? By trading SQQQ. As the NASDAQ sells off, SQQQ goes up 3 times as much. It is a triple leveraged inverse ETF. So when the NASDAQ does poorly, this ETF does great, and vice versa. So this morning we got on the live stream, we noticed it had that upward momentum staircase here pattern from yesterday. It was holding above this 200-day moving average very nicely, and that's when I decided, okay, we're going to go ahead and take a trade on it. So what we did was identified support levels between $32 and about $33. And when I noticed this push up, I actually bought my first 20 shares at $34.33. So $34.33 relative to where it is now was at that level. Right before it pulled back, I was like, oh great, maybe it's not in my favor. I bought 10 more at $33.93, which was down here. $33.93 on this candle, and then I bought another 10 at $33.89, which is down here on this red candle, which was great. It gave me with a really nice share price up over $45 on this trade, and was able to ride this up very nicely as it was holding on to that moving average very good, right? It was holding on to that moving average. As you can see, I bought here, and when it had confirmation at open, it was very choppy. And by understanding it was very choppy, we waited. It was staying above the moving average, and when it actually held above the moving average at 8 o'clock, it pushed up, and we did a really good job this week, or on this trade particularly today, of holding it while it stayed above that moving average. We did finally lock in some profits. I sold 10 shares at 35.28. So 35.28 was way up here. And actually what we can do is we can set our yellow line, what was it? 35.28. So this is actually, this is actually 35.28 where I sold on that yellow line, and I had a nice average in the 33s, 34s range, if I'm not mistaken. It was like 34.20. You can go back and watch the live stream, but roughly it was like 34.16, something like that. So a really nice spread between where I bought and where I sold, and I didn't sell to lock in some profits thinking it would go up a little bit more. Good thing I didn't hold. I sold right here 30 shares at 35.24. So pretty much right where I sold when I locked in profits the first time, pushed up to 35.39. I noticed that it was starting to curl over, not only on the MACD right here, but also with the red volume and it pushing below this moving average. So I'm glad I got out right here at these signs of consolidation before it actually took a dive, and it actually went down significantly since we took that trade. So by being able to understand, highs and lows and understand areas of support and resistance, we can then be a better trader and better understand the direction of the market. So we took advantage of this when it went up. We bought and we sold and we got out. So now we're not holding on to this at all when it sold off. Markets did seem to recover up to that $500 mark, selling off down to 498. So this could potentially turn bullish very quickly. But what I want you guys to know moving ahead, for all my LTE members out there who are consistent and show up to the market, we are in a downward trend on the NASDAQ. Okay, everything is selling off, and it's not only getting rejected, guys, it's getting rejected by this moving average. Okay, it's creating a nice trend line here and it's getting rejected off of this moving average. The 200-day moving average right here gets rejected, pops up, gets rejected, popped up again today, and got rejected. So as long as this continues to get rejected, this can remain bearish and in a downward trend. And if that's the case, then we'll trade SQQQ tomorrow, right? We're at a good level here where we can get a significant bounce even to right now. Lows of 33 to highs of 35 again, 6% profit. If the market begins to recover and you think that the market can go back up to where it was, then maybe you want to invest in TQQQ, which is a triple ETF for triple leverage ETF for NASDAQ, right? It can go up 30% if the NASDAQ recovers 10%, right? So we want to all be aware of that. And it's possible for it to recover about 8%. Why not? Anything's possible. But I want to remind you, with the tariffs, Trump just announced this day, today, actually as effective as midnight last night, he put 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, 10% additional tariffs on Chinese China goods, basically on all China goods across the board. So going from 10% to 20% as well, and also a 10% energy on, I believe, Canada as well on their energy. So a lot of tariffs. We might have to take some of this short-term pain for long-term gains in the future, but yeah, it's interesting to see how the markets are reacting. Today it was in selling pressure. Now could this be the start of a bull trap, getting more people in here to this trap as it continues to sell off? So it's now tested its moving average right there very nicely. Wish I could actually take some of these scholastics off, but touching that 200-day moving average and bouncing off could be a good sign. It has been doing that for quite some time now, so history does tend to repeat itself. If it cannot hold this level, then we can see this drastically sell off even more than what it has already. So that could be very interesting as well. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow morning, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. We now have over 7,000 subscribers. And if you want to get just a little bit more in-depth and one-on-one with me and other team members that show up every day, then join our Discord. We have close to 1,000 members now, and we all show up every day. We share our trade ideas, shout outs, profits, successes, and you too can do the same thing. Connect with like-minded individuals that all want to do the exact same thing you want to do, and that's learn how to be more consistently profitable in the stock market. So I appreciate your guys' time, and we will see you all in tomorrow morning's live stream at Market Open. Don't be late, and we'll see you there. Have a great day, guys.